One of the core themes of this year's Grassroots Meeting Management Forum was recessionary purchasing. A key speaker at the seminar was Andrew Latta, Head of Corporate Events at Aviva. We caught up with Andrew at the event to find out how the insurance giant is handling meetings and events in the current economic climate. Andrew, what do you see as the key issues facing corporate planners at the moment?
I think there are a number of issues that are facing, corporate planners are facing within the economy at the moment. I think there's probably about three top ones from my perspective. I think the first one is the general economy that we're working in. The pressure on budgets, the perception of what we're doing, the focus of media on the financial sector. These are all having huge effects on actually what we do. I think coming out of that, the other section that is a big focus is what we're doing. And it's been under the increasing focus of what we're doing on the different types of events. Is it actually business critical? Is it adding value? And actually, what is the spend? I think long gone are the days of uncontrolled spend within the media and events program.
And how has this really changed the way you handle meetings and events within Aviva?
I think the pressures that we're facing aren't actually changing what we're doing. They're having a greater focus by senior stakeholders to achieve the strategies that we've been putting in place. So, you look at the strategic management aspect of what events programs want to be. The doors are actually, in a funny way, opening more so than they were before because there is a greater focus on spend and on the value that these meetings and events are having with the organization, which I look at as a step forward for the ambitions and the aspirations that I've been setting for my team within Aviva.
Do you see confidence returning to the meetings and events industry at the moment?
I think the confidence of what's happening within the sector is not necessary just within media and events. There's lots of people saying that there are green shoots. There's lots of people saying that things are going to turn around. I think there is a lot of hope. However, I think there is a lot of work to do and probably another 12 to 18 months before there is real confidence within what we're doing.
Do you think it's possible that the meetings and events industry can ever really return to the way things were before the recession?
I think with every recession, there's a cycle. There will be demand to increase the spend. There'll be demand to do more. I hope that what this particular recession is doing for the media and events sector is really opening up people's eyes of what's going on and hopefully moving it into a more strategic arena. I don't want it within my organization to go back to where we were. Looking backwards, I think it is a negative trait. So what I want to do is take the opportunities and really drive home the strategic value that meetings and events are having. So it's creating new space, it's creating new areas where we are adding value to the organization and really driving that home. So that is the ambition.
Do you think that corporate planners really have a big opportunity now to drive the agenda as we move forward?
I think it's the opportunity that corporate planners have is probably twofold. One is the doors are open for the strategically minded within the organization. Within some organizations, there is the reaction just to cut budgets because of the excess spend that's going out. So it depends on the organization you're in. It depends on the state of your strategy with meetings and events. But across the board, I would say there is an opportunity, and for the more resilient, the more successful events planners that optimize this economy, there's success to be had.
And one final question, potentially a bit of a thorny issue. Do you think CSR has dropped off the agenda?
I think it's a double-edged sword that the economy has created with CSR. On one hand, for the individuals that see CSR as a nice-to-have, they're not going to think about it. On the other hand, CSR is a great opportunity to demonstrate the value that you're bringing to the organization. Some people are using the word CSR for corporate social responsibility. Some people are dropping the social and just putting in corporate responsibility, and that then moves into other areas rather than just the environment that we're working in physically, but actually the economic environment that we're working in. So I think from a corporate responsibility standpoint, as a corporate planner, I also have a responsibility to the environment that I manage my spend through. So if we are in certain sectors with the hotel agencies, if we pull all that spend, it has an effect on that local microeconomy as well as the global economy. So I think there's a lot of areas that corporate responsibility, corporate social responsibility needs to be actually taken advantage of and driven through even more so than what some people may think is a nice to have.
Andrew Latta, thank you very much for talking to us.
You're welcome.